Airlines are betting on one thing, that travelers over 65 will never ask the right questions. And most of the time, they're right. Hidden deep in the fine print are perks, shortcuts, and outright freebies designed specifically for senior passengers. Yet hardly anyone takes advantage of them. Why? Because every time a traveler over 65 claims one of these benefits, the airline loses money. Waived baggage fees, early boarding rights, even sneaky ways into airport lounges. These things exist, but the industry goes out of its way to keep them quiet. Today, I'm revealing 7 powerful senior travel perks that could save you hundreds of dollars, hours of stress, and make your flying experience feel like first class without paying first-class prices. And stick around until the end, because the final perk is so game-changing that it may completely change how you travel forever.
Hi, I'm George, here to unlock the secrets you never knew existed. Welcome back to Altitude Hacks.
1. Baggage fee loopholes. Let's start with one of the biggest money drains in modern air travel: baggage fees. Airlines make billions every year by charging you to bring your belongings. But if you're a senior, there are several ways to skip those charges entirely. Medical exemptions are the first route. Items like CPAP machines, portable oxygen, or even medication cooling bags don't count toward your baggage allowance, and the airline cannot charge you for them. Veterans also have an advantage here. If you're both a senior and a military veteran, many major airlines allow you to check bags for free. But you need to either add your veteran status to your frequent flyer profile or bring it up at check-in. On top of that, some carriers extend this baggage benefit to your travel companion, even if they're not a senior themselves. The key is knowing to ask. If you're traveling with medical devices or veteran status, don't be shy about mentioning it. Those baggage fees could disappear instantly. 2. Streamlined TSA screening. Security screening is another place where seniors have a hidden edge. TSA doesn't exactly shout this from the rooftops, but once you hit 75, you qualify for a streamlined screening process that works like a mini version of TSA PreCheck. You don't need to apply, you don't need to pay the $78 fee, and you don't need to pass a background check. Seniors in this age group can keep their shoes and light jackets on, and officers will often direct you toward shorter lines or provide additional help if you simply let them know your age. The logic is simple. TSA knows that older travelers move a little slower, and slowing down the entire line isn't efficient. Streamlining seniors through security is actually faster for everyone. The next time you're at the airport and the line is snaking around the corner, politely mention your age to an officer. You may find yourself breezing through security without the usual hassle. 3. Hidden senior discounts. Then there are the discounts airlines don't want you to find. Most people assume senior fares disappeared years ago, but the truth is they're still around. The catch is that you won't see them online. American Airlines, for example, quietly offers about 10% off for passengers over 65, but you can only access that deal by calling their senior desk directly. United also provides senior fares on select routes, though again, they're not published anywhere. You have to pick up the phone and ask. Even Southwest, which doesn't advertise senior fares anymore, has a little trick. Their Wanna Getaway fares, released on Tuesday afternoons, often beat what senior tickets used to cost. The big mistake most people make is simply asking, "Do you have senior discounts?" The better move is to say, "I'd like to book a senior fare for a passenger 65 and older." That phrasing cues the agent to look up unpublished rates you'd never find on your own. 4. Wheelchair assistance. Another overlooked benefit is wheelchair assistance, and it's not just for passengers who can't walk. If you're 65 or older and find long walks, heavy bags, or crowded terminals tiring, you qualify for wheelchair support with no medical proof required. What most people don't realize is just how much comes with this service. You'll often be escorted through security in a faster lane, get help with your carry-ons, and be transported directly to your gate. Most importantly, you board the plane before nearly everyone else, even first-class passengers. The airlines don't highlight this perk because it costs them money to pay staff and manage the logistics. But here's the truth. It's federally mandated, and they cannot turn you away. And you can use it only when you need it. Maybe on the outbound trip when you're tired, but not on the return when you're feeling more energetic. The flexibility is completely up to you. 5. Lounge access secrets. Now let's talk about one of the most sought-after perks in all of air travel. Lounge access. People assume it's locked behind expensive memberships, premium credit cards, or first-class tickets. But seniors have hidden backdoor entry points. If you have medical considerations, whether that's needing a quiet place to rest, space to take medication, or just an environment that isn't overwhelming, many lounges will let you in at no charge if you ask. Flight delays or cancellations are another opportunity. Airlines frequently provide lounge or meal vouchers to senior passengers first, especially when mobility or health concerns are mentioned. And veterans often qualify through programs that most people don't even know exist. The key here is not demanding lounge access, but asking about accommodations. A simple, polite explanation of your situation can often turn a stressful layover into a comfortable break with free food, Wi-Fi, and peace of mind. 6. Free seat upgrades. Seat upgrades are another area where seniors have leverage. Airlines love to make it sound like every better seat is locked behind a paywall or points system. But gate agents actually have far more flexibility than they admit. Seniors who politely mention discomfort in standard economy, such as needing an aisle seat for easier bathroom access, more legroom to stretch, or back support, often get moved to better seats if they're available. Sometimes that means extra legroom, sometimes an aisle closer to the front, and occasionally even premium economy. The secret here isn't to demand a free upgrade, but to calmly and honestly explain your needs. Gate agents spend their day dealing with impatient, entitled passengers. When a senior approaches with a polite request tied to legitimate comfort, the answer is much more likely to be yes. 7. Priority boarding. And finally, there's priority boarding. Airlines usually keep this perk quiet because they don't want long lines of passengers boarding early. But the truth is, seniors with mobility concerns qualify for it automatically. You don't need documentation or proof, just a simple request at check-in or the gate. This puts you on the plane right after families with small children, which means you get extra time to settle in, space for your bags, and less of the stressful rush that happens when everyone boards at once. If you combine priority boarding with wheelchair assistance or even a seat change, the boarding process becomes smooth, calm, and easy, no matter how busy the flight is. All of these perks, waived baggage fees, streamlined security, hidden discounts, wheelchair support, lounge access, seat upgrades, and priority boarding, exist to make your travel experience better. The problem is airlines don't go out of their way to tell you about them, because every time you use one, their profit margins take a hit. But the rules are in place for a reason, and seniors are entitled to them. The real question is whether you'll let the airlines keep your money and your comfort, or whether you'll start traveling smarter by asking for what's already yours. So here's what I want you to think about. Next time you fly, will you quietly accept the standard experience like most passengers? Or will you put this knowledge to work and see just how much better your journey can be? I guarantee that even if you try just one of these strategies, you'll notice a huge difference. Some of these perks can save you real money, others save time, and a few may save you from a miserable travel day altogether. Airlines are banking on silence. They want seniors to avoid asking questions and just pay like everyone else. But now you know the truth. These benefits are out there, waiting for you to use them. All it takes is the courage to ask. So next time you pack your bags and head for the airport, remember, you've earned these perks. They exist for you, and you have every right to claim them. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video with even more insider ways to hack your flights and travel smarter than the airlines ever expected.